Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Well, let's have order in the court, please. I don't know if that's making the noise, but so Mr. Tache, you are on trial today facing the following charges: assault on people's eyes, terrorism of young children, and public disturbance. We've had reports from grocery stores, hair salons, and flip-flop shops that you've been a public disturbance and nuisance, Mr. Tache. How do you plead?
I plead not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, well, we're going to hear opening arguments against you from the prosecution, so let's go ahead.
I just want to say that Mr. Tache has been warned repeatedly that this mustache needs to be taken care of. He has not listened to repeated warnings about this. Now, in regard to the charges, I have several witness statements here. I don't know that we want to get into them just yet, but several witness statements of the absolute human atrocities that have been, carried out by this mustache. A woman in a supermarket yesterday saw the stash, had vivid flashbacks of just communist regimes and began screaming in the supermarket. This caused a subsequent noise complaint. So,
relevance, Your Honor. Relevance.
I think the relevance is clear, Your Honor. Would you agree?
Sustained.
Thank you very much. Now, we can get into these witness statements as you predict and as you ask, but so many people have been terrorized by Mr. Tache's mustache. So
I would like to
Mr. Tache,
object.
well, you have your opportunity to present a defense now.
This is my first time in court, obviously, but I'm objecting. And those are malicious lies by my political opponents to try and slander me, when in reality, that same woman who you are talking about, when I spoke to her, she actually fainted, not because it reminded her of communist regimes, but because of how attractive it was. And the mainstream media twisted the story into something it wasn't. But what are you going to expect from leftist journalists these days, am I right? I have character witnesses from all across the political aisle that tell me, inside sources, how good looking my mustache is and how it's actually enhanced their life. I shouldn't be on trial. I should put the rest of you on trial.
Objection. You cannot claim life enhancement from your facial hair, sir.
I can, and I will.
I sustain that objection, and we're going to go ahead and move on to sentencing now. And Mr. Tache, you've been sentenced to death.
With no priors.
It will be carried out at 3:15 Pacific time this afternoon by amala ekpunobi.
I don't accept. The prosecution gets to kill me? What kind of society is this? That seems like a breach of
This is America now. Get used to it. We're in California.
Oh, that makes sense.
So stay tuned. At the end of today's show, we will be carrying out the sentence live on air.